you've ever tried to do something nice or noble or heroic and it totally backfired on you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That's how I got this. Like, comment, do all those things. It helps me out quite a bit. The comment section is just, you do you guys. It's all you. If you are looking to buy a pretty sick shirt, we actually have some new releases coming out. We have a new Thought Vaccine shirt featuring the Mark 18, the OG. If you like it, go ahead and buy it. That stuff directly supports me so we can make more products and all that type of stuff. So appreciate the support. If you're looking for ammunition, Freedom Munitions, discount code is Garand. Always appreciate it, guys. So with those things out of the way, let's talk about what our topic is today. And that is going to be a pretty cool rifle. And that is going to be the M16A1, specifically just the upper, because my lower is not really clone correct. We'll kind of talk about that for a second here. But this particular upper is made by Apex Gun Parts. So they sourced all the parts and all that type of stuff. So it's all original Vietnam manufacturer, the barrel and all that kind of stuff. But it's a cool little piece of history. And if you're looking to kind of get something like this, they're a good place to get it. Now, of course, you can get it other places, but just want to throw that out there. They're also doing a giveaway. So if you are in the month of January of 2018, they are doing a giveaway this month, and all you have to do is go there and sign up, and you could possibly win one of these. Kind of cool. So just run over there. I have the link down in my description. If it's past that date, sorry. Early bird gets the worm and all that type of stuff. So with those things out of the way, I wanted to take a quick moment to kind of review the M16A1 upper and talk about maybe why you might want to get one, and also some things that aren't so good about it nowadays. Obviously, it's kind of an old rifle, but let's talk about it. So pros and cons. Pros. First off, you have a 20-inch barrel. That's good. That's some pretty sick ballistics out of this right here. So you're going to have a good time with that. Now, what is interesting about this barrel is that it is a 1 in 12 twist. So that is much different from the twist rates of modern barrels. And the reason for that is it was made to fire kind of lighter bullets, and they kind of figured out some things during that time. So you're mostly going to do well with bullets under a grainage of around 55 grains. That being said, I've seen forums where guys have pushed these barrels with 62 grain loads and up and over that type of thing. But again, if you're a reloader, you can push that and kind of see which ammunition the barrel likes the most. But in my case, it's done pretty good with Wolf Gold and Free Munitions remanufactured or new manufacturer. So that's what I've been using primarily, and it works great in it. As far as the accuracy goes, it's about what you'd expect from a non-free floated barrel. So beware, I'm using iron sights too, so I'm usually getting around groupings of approximately 3 MOA or so. And that's pretty good for this barrel. I feel like with a better optic, I might be able to push it down to around 2.5, and that's awesome. That's about what you'd expect. The problem with some of the pencil barrels, which is what this is that as they heat up, they don't take that heat as well, and you might see some wandering groups. But at the same time, it is extremely lightweight. This upper is so lightweight compared to what we have now. And then, of course, it's because I don't have PEX and lights and all that crap out there. But also, the pencil profile barrel on this is freaking lightweight. And so that helps with drivability as well as being able to hold this for long periods of time and all that type of stuff. The barrels are Colt manufactured. So they are chrome lined, so they're kind of the later ones, around 71 to 73 manufacture. That's pretty sick. Now, a lot of people have been asking me about the flash hider. They say, hey, it doesn't have the 3-prong. And that's correct. Depending on the manufacturer of the barrel and when these were made, you're going to have different muzzle devices. So this is the early A1 muzzle device, and that is period correct for the time that this rifle was made. So going back from the barrel, let's talk about a couple other things. First off, front sight post, awesome. Really similar to the A2. I'm not going to profess to be forgotten weapons, right? I'm not that guy. He's super smart on the history of these types of guns, and that's just not me. I'm more of a shooter. Huge respect for those guys, and actually they're probably better shooters than me, but in any case, it's completely adequate for what it's made for, including the rear carry handle sight. It is a little bit more rudimentary than the A2 sight, which I do prefer, but nonetheless, it does work just fine. The handguards, triangular handguards, first off, cool as hell, right? But the problem with them is that they're not super tight, kind of like the A2s, but they have a little bit more wiggle to them. This would look way cooler with some jungle tape on it. Another thing is that you have these vents on the top, and so if you are a guy who likes to go thumb over bore, you might get a little bit heat off of those. So be careful with that type of thing. Moving back from the triangular handguard, we have our original Colt manufacturer upper right here. Pretty cool, standard BCG, charging handle, all that kind of stuff. So moving back from that, we have our forward assist. Now this one has a teardrop shape. That's period correct for the time. Pretty sick. I just like the way it looks. It's not specifically that it's better or anything. It just looks cool. And as we know, that does matter sometimes. The real travesty of this build is, of course, my lower. I'm sorry. I did a not period correct grip. I do have it right here, but to be honest, guys, I've got some wrist issues from my time in service. Been in for a while at this point, and the shallower grip angles of modern grips are just better for me and allows me to shoot longer and all that type of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick with that despite all the people freaking out right now. This is an Aero lower. Again, if you want like a good kind of period lower, you probably want to get something from Nodak Spud because they make some repro lowers, and you can get, you know, as close to the real thing as you possibly can without buying a transferable lower and all that kind of crap. Moving back, I do have an A1 buttstock. Again, these are available from Apex. It's in really good condition, pretty sick. They're a little bit shorter than the A2 buttstocks. So let me hold up the A2 right here. So the A2 is just a smidge longer than it, and also of a different material. The buttstock and the A1 and the handguard are made from the same material. It's kind of a plastic material. Hand kind of slides along it, but it kind of feels nice and aesthetic, you know, just feels good. You have your standard sling swivel attachments, and then of course you have a bayonet mount. So you can mount those bayonets and do all that good stuff that you need to do on the paper range out there. So when it comes to these uppers, obviously technology has surpassed where these are, right? Modern handguards are super stiff and free float the barrel and all that kind of good stuff, and we're getting better accuracy with better barrels and all that jazz and optics and all that cool stuff. But if you're looking for something that's just nostalgic and has that cool factor and that cool look, it's really hard to beat the A1. And I do want to say that despite, you know, other advancements in AR technology and design work and all that stuff, I think it's still a very usable weapon system, and it's extremely lightweight and drivable. So I have a hard time not recommending it. If this is going to be your first buy, I would not recommend it. One final note is going to be that I definitely am using the 20 round magazines. This is actually original Colt manufacturer, 20 rounders. Kind of cool, right? You got to complete the look with everything. So guys, that is a quick look at the M16A1. I've become a big fan of it after shooting it. This is actually my first time running a M16A1 type of build. Up to this point, I've only shot A2s, A3s, A4s, and all that type of stuff. So, final verdict, it has a level of cool that's hard to beat. That being said, if it's your first build, don't do this. But otherwise, you're going to have a good little piece of history nostalgia there with you. But as always, if you come out to the range with this and you have no idea what you're doing, you're not going to look cool, so get some training. Some people have been asking me about training. Where can you get it? Good question. I would recommend Esoteric or Bear Solutions. Both great groups, and I'll be talking more about Bear Solutions in the future here. So stay tuned on that, and that's all I've got for you today. Quick fitness tip, because everyone's been asking me about them. Specifically, you know, how do you stay healthy and that type of stuff? Live an active lifestyle. If you're constantly just indoors, sitting at a computer, sitting at in front of your Xbox, TV, any of that type of stuff, you're not gonna be a fit person. So get outside, do activities that require you to move, and you're just gonna be generally healthier. So live that active lifestyle, and that's gonna help you guys out quite a bit. If you're spending all your time watching my YouTube videos, I promise I'll be okay if you don't watch a couple and go do something fun outside. So take care, guys. Always appreciate you guys watching.